All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome back. If you guys stuck it out for however many videos this turns out to be, let's do a quick recap. And thank you, you guys, as I learned through this process here on the by having a YouTube channel. I appreciate your patience. Thank you for growing with me through these awkward moments in filming. I'm having a really good time. I hope that you're getting something out of this, no matter how many parts it comes in. And let's just do a quick recap. What we have here from the previous two, I think two videos, I'm not entirely sure. Um, we have a, let's get the we have a Queen of Wands. Now, this Queen of Wands could be you, or it could be somebody that you are that's in your life. Your Queen of Wands, she's passionate, she's fiery, she's tempered with the waters of emotions, so she's balanced in her mind. She has a little bit of a cat spirit, and we know that because the Leo charm came out for her. And the Leo is generous. This Queen of Wands, whether it's you or the person that that you're watching for, um, generous-hearted person. This person is the key for you. They've given you some sort of additional divine knowledge here. That has been the key to something important for you that was an enlightenment towards your ascension, towards your heart opening, which we see here in the Seven of Wands. We see the green of a heart opening. Over here we have the light, which is um, an etheric aspect of the tarot. So we've got the major arcana, the minor arcana, and of course the pip cards. And the light is a step above all of those cards. So whoever you are, your Queen of Wands brought this light in for you and gave you the courage to fight for something with the Seven of Wands. You have a group of people that are literally just trying to hold on to you. The vision that comes to my mind is like a whip. So like a person is running away and somebody else, like almost like a dragon's tail, flinging out and whipping and grabbing you around the ankle, and you're fighting that off because you have a 10 of cups. You have just infinite prosperity waiting for you. That there is something that is just divine happiness for you that you're fighting for this green heart chakra opening that's happened for you because of this enlightenment that you've received from this Queen of Wands, who was the key, who really has a cat spirit. I'll get back to the charms here in just a minute. Let's just go through the cards really quickly. We have here the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords indicates mental torture, whether that be by you or by somebody else. You or the person that you're watching for has experienced extreme cruelty, and it's been in the heart space. Now, what's so beautiful about this is while this is kind of a sad, disheartening card, that there is heart chakra energy. Look how the sky is green, green, overflowing with love and emotion and heart chakra that fought this crazy band of whatever off. But in the doing so, there was some damage done. And you are now healing kind of those mind space worries. We have some cautionary information down here a little bit. We'll get to that here in a second. But as you come out of sort of this damaged mind space that's impacting your confidence, that's keeping your heart closed, and perhaps impacting your availability for you to head towards this Ten of Cups and this supreme divine happiness, I mean, look how gorgeous this card is. It's just absolute abundance and prosperity and overflow. The emotions are in balance. The physical is in balance. The spiritual is in balance. It's just a look at those, all of those cups. We have the Eye of Horus there, and oh look, there's a dragon off there to the side. I've never noticed that before. But just each cup is exploding with abundance. So, I mean, and there's a really good chance that this is a love connection for somebody. Um, and if it's not, it is something you love, whether that be a hobby or a job that you're pursuing or some sort of education. This is a passionate connection for you, whether that's romantic or otherwise. Now, what this Queen of Wands has helped you to achieve is this Ten of Wands. So we have two tens here, two completions, absolute fire energy. That is the Phoenix rising up in all of its glory for you. Oh my God, that is you. That is you. Look at this little bird that just is going, it's just exploding. It's just exploding into you're being let out of this absolute cage for you to pursue whatever this is. And there's a lot of mind play going on here. A lot of mind play. Deep-seated fears, belief systems that you've subscribed to or that you were taught when you were young. Whatever those are, you're ascending above it. You are overcoming this devil. And you are rising up or already have. Beside the devil, not just as the devil representing sort of our unspoken fears and the mind games that we play with ourselves, the cruelty that we show ourselves with the things that we say, that we believe about ourselves that are untrue. We would never talk to other people the way that we talk to ourselves. And so as you begin to look at the conversation that you're having with yourself, and you stop breaking your own heart in addition to believing those things that other people may have said about you that also broke your heart, you will overcome this devil. And in addition to that aspect of the devil, we have another aspect of the devil, which let me get the charms off here. Sorry, the charms were drawn in an earlier reading where my battery died. So I'm just trying to do a quick recap so you don't have to go back and watch the other two videos. So here we go. Seven of Swords. Excuse me. Your Seven of Swords, you've got some kind of motley crew here who is waging some sort of warfare on you, likely communication, perhaps some gossip, but whatever it is, you have potentially been backed into a corner, and that you're feeling the crisis of the situation. This higher version of yourself is telling me to tell you to please get grounded, root into your root chakra, which is the color red, which is really what this card is speaking heavily to here. For whoever this motley crew is that's kind of a part of this cruelty and these mind games that you're experiencing. This is a potential upcoming energy for you that is also part of the devil card. I think that because, let's just really quickly, the charms that landed on this, let's just, because they're relevant to the conversation right now. This may have something to do with love or a past love. It landed here originally on top, and then we also have the pod of dolphins with the diver down flag. And what the normally, if this were to come in the upright position, I would think that all is well and that you are working in partnership and continuity with this group of people. And in fact, this came face down on this card, which indicates to me or says to me that this pod does not have your highest good at heart, that they've perhaps turned away from you. And then Mickey came up as the guest. So 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. What is that numerologically? Let's see here. Okay, 4 on the negative side of numerology is dogmatic and opinionated. So this might be, if this is perhaps related to a recently ended relationship or a relationship that's ending, you might be dealing with a group of in laws or perhaps your own family that's taken sides, something of that nature. But whatever it is, you are potentially the guest and the outsider here. These are people who do not have your back or your highest good at heart. They've pulled up the diver down flag, all of your buddies left, and you are underwater making that dive by yourself, as seen here on the cliff. So don't go code red. Just know that this is an energy that's opinionated. It's looking at you. It's pointing daggers at you to see all these sharp points. But you're okay. You know, you've got the super long sword here. You're rooted. You're grounded. You're protected. You're still good because you still have all of this outstanding energy around you. Your Ten of Swords, the good vibes coming from your Queen of Wands, your ascension into just the highest version of yourself. You have 2 full completions here with your Ten of Cups, which is your emotions, and the Ten of Wands, which is that fire energy, right? That passion, that going towards something that truly deeply matters to you. I mean, you always want to do that. Absolutely, go for it. So the next thing that's up here, and this really kind of goes with your ascension with this Ten of Wands, is the Seven of Discs, and really planting these flowers or you know, your garden for your future, for this Ten of Cups, because this was once this. And, you know, there's some real fruition to the roots that you've, well, the seeds that you've planted that have taken root. Those things are coming forward for you now. So, all right. And then finally, with the cards, we have the mini hermit card here, the Four of Swords, which is just taking a respite. So by the end of this week, this is, by the way, a general reading for the energies for the week ahead. So if you missed the previous 2 videos and you're just now catching this one, that's what this is. So week ahead, current energies, timeless, general. It's not going to be for everybody. But what we have here with the Four of Swords is just this time out. After all of this hard work that you have done, you've been supported by somebody who's influenced you and really turned on a light for you, and your willingness to be open to that light and to look at your life in a different way gave you the courage to open your heart to fight for this Ten of Cups and this prosperity and this divine, supreme, emotional happiness that's out there for you. And yet you're still haunted by the cruelty of past relationships and thoughts about yourself that keep you small and keep you from believing that you're worthy of this divine relationship. And yet you come out of that, you ascend like the phoenix, and you blow this shit up. You conquer your devil, which is that difficult thoughts in your mind, and you know, you're aware now that you have this posse of kind of gossips that may be related to a family or a workplace, possibly romantic because the rose petal came over this. But you are now an outsider, and you have nothing to prove to this group, because with this is your soul tribe. And the reason that I know this is your soul tribe, so even if this is not romantic, whoever's coming in or whatever group is coming in for you is a divinely orchestrated meeting or union. because we have the tribal symbol here. We have this stitching where everybody and everything is sewn together beautifully. And yet this is not that. This is all sharp edges and swords, and I get a real sense of like, ooh, it hits me in my back. I get a sense of screaming. So those might be the daggers and the sharp points or the words that are coming out of the mouths of this group. Close your ears. It's pollution, it's toxicity. You are over here planting a garden. You're resting, you're taking that time. You have your angel of mercy here with that big ass grin on her face, who knows what's waiting for you. Okay? So, really quickly, just to recap the charms, your passionate, hot, fiery, sexy Queen of Wands came up with the Leo, independent energy, generosity, loving, kind, and can hold her own. We have this is to me a cap. So maybe this Queen of Wands is somebody that you're not in contact with, or something that you've put a cap on and yet is still an outside influence. We had the San Jose Sharks hockey puck come up for this, and this really spoke to me about how the Queen of Wands has both that divine emotional balance with her water, as well as that ability to be the shark and bite that hockey stick in half. So this Queen of Wands can be both predatory and loving, and is balanced in both of those energies. With the light, with what was revealed, we had the cactus come out on that. So when you're going through a desert cycle in your life, you begin to come out of it with new birth. And we see that here with the cactus, with the flowers growing on it, that whatever light was brought to you during this desert period in your life, that it's grown new things in your life. I'm getting the message that it may have been sticky and it may have been prickly, but it makes the flowers on it no less valuable and no less beautiful. Now, here's where I kind of started to wonder if this might be a little bit romantic, because when the Disney princess falls over this massive amount of heart chakra energy, it makes me think that there might be a little bit of romance and perhaps some naysayers down here. This princess might also be a princess of a great job that you just can't even imagine. Whatever it is, these stars just light you up. This is really this is the Queen of Wands right here. So whoever this is for you, you have a lot of heart energy around that, and you've had the courage to fight for it, or at least fight for the ideals that it stands for you. Here's another reason why I also think that this is leaning a little bit romantic, and if it's not romantic, it's still deeply loving. A deeply loving friendship, or somebody who really just means the world to you with that heart there. And then here on the Nine of Swords, coming in upside down, we have Bermuda, which says fill the love. Excuse me. So because that came in upside down, I'm thinking based on the card and what this says, you are not feeling the love at all. In fact, the love is gone. So whatever this is that's haunting you, or really just causing those worries, those anxieties, those fears, all of those emotions that don't serve you and truly rip open your heart, it's still here. It's just not in whatever situation this is that you've left, that you had to fight for. This is this down here, all these little arms. The love's gone. You're not feeling it anymore. We have intuitive here. I believe that's Pisces. Is that Pisces? Yep, Pisces. So water energy, Piscean energy, intuitiveness, that is sitting on the outside of the card. So what that's saying to me is that you're not using your intuition. Your worries, doubts, and fears are dominating you at this time. And your angels with this feather here are really just trying to send you gentle, loving reminders to get out of your head. That's not always a safe place to be. There's barking dogs there, and go love on yourself. Um, Out here, we've got a number 5 billiards ball. 5 is the number of change. We also have a arrow off to the side as an outlying energy pointing towards the phoenix or the 10 of wands. We have the devil and desire. We've talked about all of this. Now, with the 7 of discs, we had the stop sign, which actually would, it fell over kind of the attribute of the card in reverse, which is resignation. So with that over the 7 of discs or the 7 of pentacles, where you're planting those seeds for your future and you're investing, one of these pentacles, you may want to stop and take a look at that and see what that is. You may potentially proceed with it, but it's resting here on the 7 of pentacles card where you're really planting these seeds for your future. This to me is a warning to pay attention to something. Trust your intuition, trust that light and that passion that's bubbling up for you. If it's not joyful, if there's anxiety and fear around it, stop and wait until that goes away and you can make more appropriate decisions for yourself. We have the yin of the yin and the yang, which is the positive aspect of yin and yang. So whatever this is, this investment that you're making is really beautiful and really positive. Some of the other aspects that are coming out here, we have in between, while you're on this respite, you have 2 symbols here of the spiral of life. And the spiral of life, oh, we have more fire energy here too. So more fire energy, so more passion. And this, you guys, that's a hot blue flame there at the bottom. So this might be strongly romantic because that's super passionate, but it's an outlying energy. And it came in upside down, so it's tempered right now. You also have the fossil, which says to me wisdom. Again, back to the spiral of life. The spiral of life is about that process of understanding that everything that you have is found within yourself. That in the process of life, we begin to look outside of ourselves for things and happiness and love and approval. And all of those things are truly found within ourselves. When we are on the outside of this circle and we are looking for those things outside of us, we suffer like the 9 of Swords. We suffer in our mind in regards to what do we do? How do we evolve? How do I fix this? We stop surrendering and we're living our life trying to control everything. And when you're coming from the inside out, you always understand that you have everything that you need within you, and it supports you, and that you do what you can with what you have. So that's coming up as an outlying energy in both of these areas. So as you're taking this mini retreat with your 4 of Wands and being looked over by your angels, you're looking at those aspects that lead to the tree of your life. In the tree of life, the concept here is really to reach your branches as high as they will go and stay rooted and grounded. Now that staying rooted and staying grounded really goes with that hot red grounded energy here as you deal with the motley crew over here. that may be coming after you with their words and bad vibes. And I don't mean coming after you like in a really horrible, ugly, aggressive way. I'm just saying they don't have your best interest at heart. They may just, maybe some shit talking, whatever it is, you just need to protect yourself from it by just taking a time out for yourself, okay? And dig into your roots and your grounding. You do have love here. I would say that if this is a romantic relationship with these two spiral of lives, that you are both experiencing some aspect of the same path. One of you might be farther along. Perhaps your Queen of Wands is farther along, or this is you, and you're a little bit farther along in the spiritual upgrading path. Regardless, you're both on it and you are support for one another. So we also have here the resurrection card, which is evolution. Beautiful card. We've got fire and water. We've got balanced passion and emotion. We've got the cups overflowing. This is just an absolute energy flowing from the heavens all the way through her roots down to the ground. And this is just a full resurrection that really speaks to this phoenix rising. The charms that are on the resurrection are the ring. So whatever this evolution is, it might be a deeper commitment, whether that's a commitment to a new job or something of that nature. We have here this little piece of glass, which to me is looking at things in a new perspective or looking at things differently. It came in over scissors. So you might need to cut through the illusions and the things that you thought once were, because they can be distorted when you're looking through different lenses. And then finally, this is definitely friends that have your back. These are outlying energies. This is an outlying energy. This is not this. These are the people that you're going to turn to because you, my friend, are becoming a butterfly. You're going through the process of new growth with the butterfly and the leaf. And I really feel like you're going to unwrap yourself and come to into your full divine expression of who you are around Halloween. And it's going to be different than you thought it looked. Our path is never a straight line. And I think that that this big teddy bear that's been all wrapped up is coming out to play around Halloween, whatever that means for you. So over here off to the far sides, again, some more indicators of water and emotions, and then the letter G, if that means anything to you. Maybe guess who this is. Anyway, so that's the long recap of the two separate videos of one really big reading. You guys are awesome if you stayed through this whole thing. I have loved having you here. And thanks for coming along for the ride as we work out the kinks in Rockaritaville. Have a great night. Bye. Oh, yeah, this is a week ahead reading. Timeless. General. You're awesome. Talk to you soon.